knew the words.
Next time she does that to me, she needs to give us Google time. That's all I gotta say. Stand on up and sing with us. Let's get this party started. But that's not the song we're singing.
Welcome to a place where the joy can't be described. Welcome to a place where the love can't be denied. Stand up on your feet, sway to the rhythm of a positive beat. Here in the high vibration zone, enter at your own risk. The high vibration zone, where the celebration it just goes on and on. Buckle up, hold on tight, enjoy the ride or maybe the flight. Here in the high vibration zone. Welcome to a place where the joint is really jumping. Welcome to a place where you feel the spirit pumping. There is no cover fee. The rides and the thrills and the chills are free. Here in the high vibration zone. Enter at your own risk. The high vibration zone, where the celebration it just goes on and on. Buckle up, hold on tight, enjoy the ride or maybe the flight. Here in the high vibration zone. Here in the high vibration zone. Here in the high vibration zone.
Man, I'll tell you what, it is a high vibration zone in here, and I'll give you one good reason why. You want to hear it? Friday night. Friday night. If y'all weren't in here Friday night, I am just feeling so sorry for you that you missed it. Judy Bernard and Bonnie Hassan, absolutely. Yeah. Look at that right there. I mean, let me tell you, it was amazing. It was amazing. I still feel the room vibrating. I can still feel the room vibrating in here. It was amazing. And then I'll tell you something else. Yesterday, I went downtown for a march to end family detentions at the border. And that's why, yeah. And I'll tell you something, there are two things that I want to tell you about that. Number one is, it was so flippin' hot. It was so hot that I had to wear shorts today because I'm still kind of self-combusting a little bit, right? Number two is that I looked around, first off, people, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Let's hear it for Nashville, Tennessee, right? But I'll tell you what, I looked around and I saw people of every race and every ethnic heritage and every religion and every sexual orientation, every gender identity. I saw all kinds of people, and I thought two things in that moment. That is America. And number two, that is unity. And I am so proud of our name, and I'm so proud of what we stand for, and I needed to tell you that today. All right. Now I get to tell you some announcements. So listen, Sunday, July 15th, 2 weeks from today, the dirt on composting is going to be happening here. You know, going back to that outhouse thing again, I guess, whatever. 12:45 to 2 p.m. So here, Metro is going to give the scoop on a simple guide to composting food and yard waste, and you're going to receive a free composter for attending. So see Carolyn Bauer if you're interested in that. The Land Lovers group, that's kind of funneling through that. There'll be a light lunch served. come on out and learn how to compost, because, you know, we got lots of stuff in our society that needs composting these days. Just need to throw that in there. All right. You know, we work with the Dodson Chapel United Methodist Church Food Pantry. We're covering that food pantry on July 14th from 9 a.m. to 11. So please sign up. There's a sign-up sheet in the foyer on the bulletin board if you want to be a part of that. To me, that showing up at the Dodson Chapel Food Pantry is the truest answer to what would Jesus do right there. So feeding those who need it. And also, in addition to the needs that we have in the Dodson Chapel Food Pantry list in the foyer, for the entire month of July, they're going to be collecting filled backpacks for school children, okay? So there's a list of items to fill the backpacks. It's posted in the foyer. There are some slips of paper with those items on the table as you come into the sanctuary. So what we're wanting to do is fill about 5 backpacks for children. You know what? I think we can do 10. What do you think? I'm just going to throw that gauntlet down right here, right now. I think we can do 10. All right. 5 each person. Yes. Thank you, Linda. 5 for each person. So where's Sherry Gentry right here? See Sherry for more details. But I think, Sherry, you heard it right here. They said 10. They said we could do 10. So we're going to do that. You know what? Right now, I think we need to stand up and sing again. It's 4th of July weekend. Let's sing about freedom.
We should see what a lovely, lovely world this could be if everyone learned to live together. Seems to me such an easy thing it should be. Why can't you and me learn to live together? All the world over so easy to see. People everywhere just want to be free. Listen, please, listen, that's the way it should be. Peace in the valley, people gotta be free. There's a man who is down in need of helping hand. All he needs is you to understand and to put him through. Seems to me we've got to solve it individually. I'll do it to you what you do to me. All the world over so easy to see. People everywhere just want to be free. Listen, please, listen, that's the way it should be. Peace in the valley, people gotta be free.
All right, we're going up a half step. Pay attention. Here we go.
Shout it from the mountain or out to the sea. No two ways about it, people gotta be free. Listen, please, listen, that's the way it should be. People everywhere just gotta be free. Shout it from the mountain or out to the sea. No two ways about it, people gotta be free. Listen, please, listen, that's the way it should be. People everywhere just gotta be free.
Ooh, that's some good stuff right there. Gotta be free. Got a couple more quick announcements for you. First off, just a reminder to the chaplains, by the way, that there is no chaplain meeting today. That was on our calendar, but there is no chaplain meeting. See somebody that's a chaplain for an explanation. I don't know, something like that. We are not, yes. Also coming up this week, we have Friday, July 6th and 7th, Friday and Saturday. We have intermediate shamanism, creating sacred space using North American cosmology with Janice Mickle. That is a July 6th, 6 to 10, and July 7th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's a weekend workshop, but if you're interested in shamanism, then I recommend that you contact Becky Astorita. Becky's somewhere around here somewhere, or contact Denise Jurgen to find out more about that. This Wednesday is the 4th of July, so there's no lunch bunch. And we're off for Wednesday night classes for the month of July. Dee?
Hello, good morning. We still pray. Even though we're not having a meeting, we still pray. So if you would like to have prayer after the service, look for one of the chaplains with the stole. You ready to be free? Let's begin a new game together. For the next 5 weeks, let's play a new game called Freedom. I know you're asking, what is that all about? So I say, what have you got to lose? It is nothing like the games some of us have played before. And it is an essential game for all of us to play if we are to continue living the lives we say we want to live in the future. So, who wants to play? The affirmation: I know the truth about my life, who I am, and why I am here. Say it with me. I know the truth about my life, who I am, and why I am here. I breathe into the goal of the game. I affirm. I remember who I am, the higher expression of this human form. I remember where I came from, the light energy that housed my spiritual being. I experience that energy every time I pray, meditate, or engage in some healing experience created to assist me in remembering. I remember my own personal powers of creation, which led me to slip into this physical form and come to the planet at this time and place. I breathe again. That is a lot of remembering. And as I remember, I emerge as my higher self and lay the foundation for the life I am here to live, the life where I am in alignment with who I am and why I am here. I am using my personal powers of creation, and every day I say, I am taking this time to create my day, and I'm affecting the quantum field. Living, loving spirit, show me a sign that you paid attention, and bring it to me in a way that I will be surprised and that I will know that it is from you.
And so I asked you to just settle into your seats and to focus on your breath. And if you brought anything unlike freedom in the door with you, exhale it now. Just let it go. And as you begin to inhale and balance your inhales and exhales, we affirm, I know the truth about my life, who I am, and why I am here. We are told that when we know the truth, it will set us free. And so the freedom that comes from knowing who I am. So check in with your heart. If you haven't already, dropped those 18 inches to your heart space. Who am I? What are the words that I say after the words, simple words, I am? And when I say I am I aware that I am creating in that very moment with whatever follows I am? Who am I? And then the deeper question, why am I here? What is my purpose for showing up in this physical body? I will know the truth and the truth will set me free. Who I am and who I have come here to be. In the silence. In the silence. I know the truth. I know the truth about my life. I know who I am. And I also know why I am here in this physical form. And today, being the first day of July, when the rest of the world is beginning to think about focusing on freedom, I affirm that I am free and I am unlimited, and there are no chains that bind me.
Right now. spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful, for he was bruised in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with true brotherhood from sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea.
Now you understand last week when she became a member of this amazing congregation, I said, oh, can we get you to sing every week? So you work on her too. I'll work on her a little bit. How's that? So what does that mean to us? I want you to listen to something. As I walk across the earth, thousands of things I get to see. Birds fly high. And on the flowers I hear the buzz of bees. The sun at the dawn rises within the hills. Mountains covered with snow shining like the crown of silver. And the waves touching the cliffs. The waterfall flowing down the green-blue mountains. Rivers forming a dream delta before entering the sea. And while walking on the beach at night, I feel the cool and sweet-smelling breeze. The slashing sound still feels like the sound of love and peace. the moon over the sea, shining like a ball of gold, and in every step my eyes hold wonder. I bend on my knee to thank Mother Earth. And it is the truth. It's a great pleasure for me to live in this wonderland that we call our home. Sometimes when all the stuff that's going on out there on the media and in the papers and everywhere catch our attention, we forget. I don't know what you're going to do to celebrate the 4th, but I ask that you spend a little bit of time with Mother Earth, no matter what else you do, and pay attention, open your eyes. Because we live in a beautiful place. Have you noticed lately? Yeah, it's hot. Oh, well. In January and February, we'll be going, whoo, it's cold. So, it's always something. But do we pay attention to how very beautiful? Yesterday, while you all were marching, I was driving to Crossville for a steering committee meeting for TIPL, Tennessee Interfaith Power and Light. And if you've ever driven through Crossville, Lordy mercy, it's beautiful. I just kept looking and going, look at all this green. Look at all of this. It's such a beautiful place. We forget. So yes, we have to pay attention to what's going on out there in the world and what we want to step into, and remember, which is about what we're going to be talking about for the month of July. We're setting the stage for freedom in our life. And I'm going to borrow something from Bonnie Hassan. Some of us have poured a foundation for our life that is an outhouse. I could have said it in a different way. And then we wonder why we're not free. Can you think about that? We wonder why we're not prosperous and abundant. We wonder why the world is not working the way we want it. We wonder why our lives are not the way we want them to be. We're the ones that laid the foundation. We are. This will be up here the whole month. These are my mindfulness stones. And I use them in teaching when I work with groups of people because it's very important that you choose the base stone first. So I'm going to ask you, if you don't feel free, what base did you lay down? And some of us need jackhammers to go in there and dig all that up and to get rid of it so that we can start again. One of my mentors on this life journey has been Mary Morrissey. Done a lot of training with her, done a lot of phone conversations with her. Our own youth minister, Stephanie, has gone to workshops with her and is trained by her also because we wanted to be on the same wavelength with the youth that I am with us. And one of the things that she says is you can't get to your dream, you must come from it. They talked about that Friday night a lot. I have to be in the vibration of abundance if I expect to have abundance in my life. I have to be in the vibration of freedom if I expect to have freedom in my life. So I ask you, what would that be? That's part of what we're going to be focusing on for the whole month, 5 different times. What would it be like? How do I need to shift my vibration? Becky Astorita and I this week have had the pleasure of presenting in the Social Emotional Learning Conference for Metro Schools again. And it was pretty awesome. And as we were talking to them, because we do peace circles, and people can talk very readily about what is not peaceful. And one of the things we got them to talk about is how many times do we have people coming to us, or we say this, it's not fair. What does that mean? Most of the time it means that I didn't lay my foundation correctly to begin with. I want you to see what your foundation probably needs to be. Can you see the word on the front of that stone? It says peace. If I don't set the foundation of peace and be grounded with Mother Earth, then I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Seriously. And so I have to do this work every day. Every day I have to check in with myself and go, okay, am I holding the vibration of peace right now? Because if I can't hold it right here with me, there is no chance that I'm going to hold it once I get outside of my house and go out into the world. Can you hear that? No chance. Some of you know this is mine and Judy's website. It's called the High Vibration Zone. We've used that here for years, but it was our trademark. What we mean by that is you have to decide what your vibrations are. This is not it. That's not it. Now, some days I feel like that. But I also know what I have to do to get back to where I want to be. Sometimes I notice that people stay in for years. Anybody have any Eeyore friends? It's always bad. My life is hard. It's awful. And after a while, then they wonder why nobody wants to party with them. Isn't that right? Wonder why. I have to make the choice at some point in time. What am I going to do differently to raise my vibrational energy? So here, you can either look at that one or this one on the screen. We're going to have 5 weeks of remembering. You know, we did an affirmation that I'm going to know the truth. The truth will set you free, but first, what? Some of you know that answer. It's quite interesting that the story in the scriptures plays that out. Because before Jesus said, you will know the truth and the truth will set you free, there were a whole bunch of people that were saying, well, who are you? He said, I'm the light of the world. They got pissed. They didn't like that. He said he was the light of the world. And somebody else said, who are you? He said, I'm the Son of God. They got pissed. Can you hear that? We get mad when we hear the truth and it's not what we think it's supposed to be. What happened the first time some unity minister told you, you're a divine child of God? I had people go, are you talking to me? Yeah. We have a hard time hearing the truth, much less knowing the truth, much less seeing the truth, right? Hence, this is the first stone you have to add. Knowing the truth will set you free. Do you know the truth about yourself? Do you know who you are and why you're here? Now, I have a lot of people that will say, I know who I am. I don't have a clue why I'm here. It's all one and the same, which is what I'm going to share with you today. So I want you to affirm this again with me. Some of you may have affirmed it before and went, that's a little big. I don't know if I can hold all of that. But say this with me. I know the truth about my life. who I am and why I am here. Now check in with yourself. How does that feel? Does that feel okay? Is there one piece or another piece that you're unsure about? And know that it's okay, because we're going to chip away at this for 5 whole weeks. Surely at the end of 5 whole weeks we'll have this. You think? 5 Sunday mornings? So what I'm going to tell you is the first thing that you have to do is to give yourself permission. But before we go there, I want you to watch a video that's going to give you a little bit more information. Some of you may have already seen this on Facebook, but it's not going to hurt you to see it again. That means lights have to turn out.
What if this light bulb was the cure to racism, sexism, and classism? Hear me out. Do you know what people and light bulbs have in common? We both express as different colors, have different shapes, different sizes. We're manufactured in different places. Some of us are bright, some dim, some clear, and some broken. We appear to be very different on the outside. But the thing about these lights is there is one current running through each bulb. And in the same way, there is a singular energy running through each person on this planet. Doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter your race, gender, nationality, that's just the bulb. Inside of all that is who you really are. Energy. Don't believe your energy? Well, riddle me this. Say you have a friend named Jim, and you've been visiting Jim in the hospital. Until one day, Jim unfortunately dies on the operating table. You say, oh no, Jim died. But his body is still there. His race, his gender. But you say Jim died? Because you know deep down that Jim was a lot more than his body. He was the intelligent energy that gave life to his body. Energy is what we are. And energy has no color. It is not Republican nor Democrat, white or black. Energy is not Christian, Muslim, or atheist. Energy is. We are intelligent, creative, universal energy. And if we understood that, then we would finally know what wise men and women have been trying to tell us since the dawn of time. That we are one.
So I'm going to ask you, was that not amazing? Can you give yourself permission to believe that? That's not just about believing it for other people. It's about, can I give myself permission to believe that I am energy? It's okay. That person's given themselves permission to do something. Woohoo! So know that for the next 5 Sundays, we're going to be singing a special song here. This is my way of getting Nickie up here every Sunday, okay? You're going to learn this song. This is not the end of my lesson. You got to hang on for a little more, but you're going to learn this because we're going to be singing this. It's going to go through your head every day, all day long.
Myself permission to be happy and free. It's a spiritual condition that serves others and me. I give give myself permission to be happy and free. It's a spiritual condition that serves others and me. I give myself permission to be happy and free. Myself permission to be happy and free. It's a spiritual condition that serves others and me. I give myself permission to be happy and free. Give myself permission to be happy and free. It's a spiritual condition that serves others and me. I give myself permission to be happy and free.
So what I want you to ask yourself right now and have a short conversation with somebody next to you, what could you do differently today to give yourself permission to be happy and free? Go.
I'd be happy. I'm already happy. I don't want to be happy. That's right. And I'm a drummer.
That's right. Hey. That's gravy on top. That's gravy you can't eat right now.
Do you see how much more fun it is to talk about that than our problems? Do you understand what new thought is all about? Some of you that may be new to us, new thought is just about thinking a new thought. And when I'm feeling down, what would I have to do to give myself permission? Blow out would be the first thing, yes. Reset your breath. And give yourself permission to be happy and free, because do you understand that it's a spiritual condition that serves others and me? You're going to feel better, but everybody else around you is going to be very thankful. Can you get that? They are. They're going to be thrilled. Yay!
Which one of me is doing the thinking?
I give myself permission to be happy and free. Say that to yourself. Can you take that home with you today? That you can give yourself permission to be happy and free? Somebody's taking a picture and I don't want to go away yet. Judy Blackwelder wrote that. No, not this morning, but you know, the way this works is that we talk about a theme and then I kind of share with her, and I had a method to my madness. It was like, I want Nickie up on the stage in July, and here we go, and woo, yes. But isn't that a wonderful song? Can't you see yourself singing that all month? So, who am I? Have you ever asked that of yourself? Who am I? Lord mercy. I'm a divine child of God. We've heard that here, but what does that really mean? What does it mean to be a divine child of God? What would that feel like if I really knew what that was? Oops. Whoops. It went too fast. I don't want that, and I don't know where she went. She disappeared. There she is. I need to go back because it went forward about 2 screens. There you go. There we go. I'm also a being of light. Remember that video that you watched? I'm a being of light. I have that vibration of light. And so I'm also an expression of the light. So one of the things I do with myself as being the person who puts the high vibration zone out there is, how bright is my light today? I'm expressing my light, but is it bright or is it dim or is it today? And when it's like that, I don't go out in the world. I don't. There's a unity minister that used to tell her leadership, if you are not feeling high vibration, stay home. Please don't come to church on Sunday morning. Now, I wouldn't do that much. But I tell my chaplains and I tell my leaders, if you're not feeling like being of service today, if that's not where you are, then sit in a place to be served. How many of you have had to push through, Jill, I know you have, and be that big light when you didn't feel like it? That's hard. Hard. It is. So realize that for yourself and take care of you. Because you've got to pay attention to your light energy. When have I hit the wall? When can I not? I can't shine today. I'm sorry, I just can't. This thing is not wanting to participate. Book. You may have to do it from back there, Crystal, because it's not wanting to participate. So why am I here? Some of us think we're here to be judge and jury of everybody else. But isn't it interesting what those 2 little children are doing? I'm actually here to be the love and to be the light. That's really all I'm here about. Now, I may have chose many different careers. I've had several over this one lifetime. But no matter what it's been, whether it's been working for the School for the Blind or Ezel Harding Christian School, or I worked for the bank one time, I worked for the Nashville Area Chamber of Commerce. I've done lots of crazy things. But what I realized is I was always there to be the love and be the light. I might have had a job description, but that really had nothing to do with why I was there. And if you understand that who you are as a divine child of God, an expression of the light, and you are just there to be the love and to be the light, then the rest of it is gravy. It's just how you do it. Now, the reason that gets a little bit harder is that we've had a misdirection of our energy. Now, this is going to bing a lot of us on the head. So I want you to look at this picture first. And then I want you to look at that picture. And I want to tell you that some of us struggle in our lives because we are trying to back out of hell instead of walk into heaven. Can you hear me? If I'm backing out of hell, what am I seeing? Can you hear me? And so all I'm doing is looking at hell. And I'm backing out of it as fast as I can, but I keep looking at it. And what I'm looking at, I'm recreating over and over, and I keep backing out. But there it is. That fire just keeps coming. and keeps coming and keeps coming. And at some point in time, I have to start walking towards heaven. Does that make sense? And so you have to repent. We actually talked about that with the praise and worship team this morning because some of us remembered singing 400 verses of Just As I Am, waiting for everybody to come forward and be baptized or something. If you didn't go to a fundamental charismatic church, you don't know what I'm talking about. But the minister would finally stop everything and say, I know there are those out here that need to repent of their sins, and we're going to keep singing till you come forward. And I was like, okay, I'll go if they'll shut up singing. I don't care. Somebody shut up. Somebody go forward and repent so we can get out of here today. If you've never experienced that, talk to some of us who have, because we know we've been there. But do you know what repentance really means in the scripture? It means to turn around and go the other way. That's all it means. That's all it really means. It means to turn around and go the other way. So you remember this? Turn around and walk towards heaven and quit backing out of hell. Because you're going to see something totally different when you do that. Notice what you're noticing. Turn around and go the other way. Quit backing out of hell. Start walking into heaven. That's my quote, and I claim it. We got to do this differently. It's so easy to focus on whatever's not right. It is very easy. And hear me, I've been telling you we want to be forces for good and we want to do all this wonderful stuff in the world. And yes, we do. And we have to keep our eyes. Judy and I were talking about another old hymn, Turn Your Eyes on Jesus and bloody, bloody. I don't know what that is, but some of those have fallen out of my head. But yes. There you go. There's the Nazarene right there. She remembers. There's another one right there. Yes. 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 So we have a plan B. If I'm not going to keep backing out of hell, if I'm going to turn around and walk towards heaven, what do I do? Some of you noticed something that B read at the end of the sacred reading. Some of you have heard it before. Some of you, that's the very first time you may have heard it. But this is the way to do it. I'm going to expound upon it a tiny bit, but we're going to talk about this some during July. I'm taking this time to create my day. Don't just get up willy-nilly and jump into the world and run on out into the road. Because it don't work. Get up and spend some time in the silence. Get up and spend some time with the birds. Get up and spend some time with God, with nature. And take some time to create your day. Set some intentions. Say, yes, I'm going to be peace today. Come hell or high water, as my grandma would say, I'm going to be peace today. I am, even if I have to take that rock and hit somebody in the head with it. I'm going to be peace today, right? I'm going to be, right? I'm taking this time to create my day, and I'm affecting the quantum field. Do you understand that when you set an intention, a thought in your mind, words, emotions, the universe is listening. It's paying attention. Oh, that person said that they're going to be peace today. Wow. Cool. The universe is paying attention. Living, loving spirit, show me a sign that you paid attention. So I'm talking back and forth to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Bring me a sign. Remind me, because I know sometime during the day I'll forget. I'll forget that I chose to be peace. And I'll get skanky. And the world will see that, so bring me a sign that you've paid attention to me and that I said, my intention today is to be peace, so show me. And I promise you, you'll see one of those coexist signs on the back of somebody's bumper. You'll see something and go, ooh. As I'm shooting a bird to the car beside me, I'm going, woo. I said I was going to be peace today. Wow, okay, I need to reset my breath. Right? You didn't know you could have fun on Sunday morning, did you? And bring it to me in such a way that I will be surprised. I love playing this game with Spirit. I do it every day. My intention is this. And I promise I'm not ADHD, but about noon, I forget. Unless I write it on my hand. I used to do that years and years ago. I used to write it on my hand. I don't do that anymore. And all of a sudden, there'll be a billboard. A song will come across the radio. Somebody will walk into my life and say something, and I'll go, oh, that's my intention. And they think I'm crazy, and that's okay. I am. Bring it to me in such a way that I will be surprised and that I will know it is from you. Can you hear that? So I want you to say this with me. And yes, take pictures of it and write it down and live from this plan, because this is plan B. Plan A was backing out of hell. I'm done with that. This is plan B. I'm taking this time to create my day, and I'm affecting the quantum field. Living, loving Spirit, show me a sign that you paid attention, and bring it to me in such a way that I will be surprised and that I will know it is from you. I know the truth about my life, who I am, and why I am here. That is the first path to freedom. Namaste.
Lord have mercy. I don't know about you, but that was the finest Sunday talk I have ever heard in my life. The finest. And you know, when she said that Jesus said he was the light of the world, and some people got a little irritated about that, and then she did her famous Denise. Well, Judy, my new band name is the Hissing Pharisees. I'm taking it. I'm owning it. It's mine. Trademark, right here. It's time for the sacred walk of abundance. So if you'll take your tithes, offerings, and gifts in your hand and say the offering affirmation with me. I live in the midst of infinite abundance. I give freely and fearlessly to life, and life gives back to me. Join us on the sacred walk.
the peace of our hearts for generations to see. We are leaving a legacy of love. We are leaving a legacy of love.
So we're going to open our hands and our hearts and our minds. And we're going to say thank you for the tithes and offerings because, yes, this church, this center, this place that we call Unity of Music City is determined, persistent in leaving a legacy of love right here in this place in Old Hickory, Tennessee. And we do that by giving of our time and our talents and our treasures, knowing that as we give, it goes back out into the universe and blesses those that need what it is that we have, the high vibration that we have here. We know as we give, so shall we receive. And we will receive heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, for that's the law. And so it is. Amen.
I got to tell you, you need to be watching for the CD release party of the Hissing Pharisees. It will be happening soon, I have no doubt. But here's the one other thing I'll tell you is this. I don't think I will ever forget. Stop looking at backing out of hell and walking into heaven. Is that the truth? Take that with you this week. Let's stand and join hands and sing. Nope. Okay, there's a song. Never mind. Okay, just have a great lunch.